Hello everyone, and meet Meuska. He's actually okay, just a preface. He's been sleeping all day while I've been working, which is like the cutest thing ever. I love that he does that. But now he's super in play mode and does not want to like have to sit here for a video. So I'm gonna let him down and I'm gonna let him go murder the couch, which is his favorite hobby, while I talk about the process of adopting him. Now he just wants to play with my wires. So I've always been a cat person. I grew up with cats. Some of my really old videos on my channel featured my cats. I specifically grew up with two cats that we adopted. Basically, as soon as I got into college, I knew that I wanted to adopt a cat. It was kind of a question of when though, and I knew kind of the parameters I set up for myself were I didn't want to adopt a pet until I had a full-time job, and I didn't want to adopt a pet until I was in a space where I knew I would either be there for a few years or I wouldn't have to worry about losing the security of that home because of the pet. So I needed to have money and I needed to live somewhere where pets were allowed, basically. Last year actually was the year I finished my degree, so I was out of college. At the time, right after, I was working 2 part-time jobs and I was in an apartment complex that didn't allow pets unless they were emotional support animals. When my lease was about to end, I specifically was looking for apartments that did allow pets. And thus, I am here in my apartment that allows one pet under 10 pounds. So my boy can't become chonky. I'm only kidding. I don't think they'd kick me out if he was 11 pounds. I did start filling out applications pretty much as soon as I knew we had the apartment and I had like paid the deposit and stuff. I sent out an application to my local Humane Society, who I also actually volunteered with for a few months. And then as well, I set up someone has wet feet. He just ran in and ran out of here. I sent in an application as well to my local Feline Alliance. They are specific to my county. What they do is they trap and spay or neuter stray cats, as well as they rehome them if that is appropriate, if they're, you know, the sort of cat that can adjust well to living in a home or being an inside-outside cat. And as well as they rescue kittens, spay, neuter them, deworm them, vaccinate them, and adopt them out for a fee. The adoption fee in my case was $150, and I do believe that varies based off of the age of your cat. Also, of course, varies based off of what organization you work with, but I wanted to support them because not only are they helping to reduce the population of stray cats, which I think is really important, but they are also making sure to spay and neuter and properly take care of the cats before they adopt them out. So it's kind of an interesting story how I ended up with Meuska. When I first filled out the application, they gave me a call a few days after I filled it out. It's a really busy season. It's kitten season right now. So a lot of organizations are really feeling the weight of that right now. So I actually didn't expect to hear back from them for a while, but they gave me a call. We went over the details. Originally on the application, my partner, Sabian, loves kittens. So he wrote down kittens, and then I wrote next to it, or younger cat. My ideal was looking towards adopting a 1-year to 3-year-old cat, so on the younger side. I also would have been perfectly comfortable with an older cat. So yeah, so the organization contacted me, we kind of went over those details. They asked me if I had any preferences in terms of the appearance of the cat or the gender of the cat. I personally did not. Very happy with any cat. Like, I grew up with a tabby and like a calico, and like, I am not looking for a Maine Coon or a Scottish Fold. I'm just looking for a cutie pie. And gender was never going to be an issue for me. They're cats. I had like no pre-planned name, basically. I was just kind of going into this like, yeah, I want to give someone a home. So we covered all those details, and then they let me know, hey, we have a ton of applications right now. You probably are going to be pretty low on the list. If you end up adopting through someone else, just let us know. I was mentally preparing to be waiting for a month to 2 months after that call to actually end up adopting a cat, which was fine with me. I was thinking, hey, I have a lot of time to collect supplies and to make sure that our house is like kitten proof or cat proof and ready to go. So I was fine with that, but I think it was about 2 weeks later that they messaged me on Facebook actually, and they were like, hey, did you specifically request a younger cat? And I was like, oh, you know, I'd love a younger cat, but also like we're fine with kittens. I work from home right now, so I'm there all the time, so kittens, like, playfulness shouldn't be an issue. And they were like, okay, can you send us the number for your apartment complex so we can like confirm the details of you having a pet with them? And at that point I was like, whoa, okay, is this just like the next step of the application process? Are they still processing my application? Or like, do you have a cat for me? And to kind of preface as well why I specified a younger cat instead of a kitten, is I'm pretty strongly of the belief that kittens should be adopted out in pairs. And that's what I went into that application process with. Yes, kittens are super cute, like don't get me wrong, I love them, but I think they socially do so much better if they do have a friend with them. And again, I'm really lucky that I work from home right now and I'm here all the time. I can play with him, I can give him lots of attention, but that is different from, you know, him having the opportunity to be with one of his brothers. So that's why my preference would have been for just a younger cat that had maybe already grown up as a single cat, because like that cat needs a home and is already used to being alone and probably wouldn't mind being alone. So that is why I originally mostly specified a younger cat instead of a kitten. When I had that conversation with the organization, one thing that they noted was that sometimes there is one kitten left of a litter, and sometimes, you know, circumstances make it so there will be a single kitten. They do try and adopt out in pairs as well, but there are circumstances where there is a lone kitten, and that is kind of where my place into this comes in. So fast forward, basically I sorted out all the details with my apartment complex and with them, and then they were like, hey, can you come by to see some kittens tomorrow? And I was like, yes. Hello everyone. So I just received some really fucking exciting news in all of the everything that's happening right now. I just received the kind of okay on adopting a cat. So tomorrow we are gonna go and get to meet the 3 kittens that it looks like we may be able to adopt. I am so excited. I can't even explain how excited I am for this moment. I think it's been about 7 years since I've lived with a cat. I grew up with cats. Absolutely love the cats I grew up with. They were very important parts of my life growing up. I've missed having cats so much, and I'm just so excited to be in a place where I have a full-time job and I'm gonna be able to adopt a kitty. So after work today, I'm gonna be driving out and picking up the rest of the supplies for the kitty. We did get a few things already, but we were kind of waiting for, I was kind of expecting this process to take a lot longer, to be honest. I thought it would take more time for them to get through their list of people that they're working with, but it's our time now. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I need to get a litter box still, and I want to get some scratch posts as well that I can put up in the rooms to hopefully mitigate furniture destruction. Like, this was a Friday that was all happening, and then the next Saturday they were like, well, we're ready. So that night I basically went and purchased all of the last supplies I needed. I set up our bathroom to be our basically kitten station. That was going to be where he was going to be spending his first day and the first couple of nights. Has his litter box, food, water. We set that all up, and then actually my partner was looking at the Facebook page ran by the group, and this kind of helped me understand why I was able to adopt so quickly. They reached out to 50 applicants, and we were the only people that responded that we would be willing to adopt these kittens. Either people were so picky and wanted, you know, a girl or a different looking cat, they didn't want a mostly black cat, or they weren't ready. to adopt. We were 1 out of 50 people that they reached out to that said yes. So like we shouldn't have been, you know, we weren't first in line, we weren't second in line, we were like 50th in line, which is crazy to think about, and it makes me so sad. Why am I gonna cry? So I have adopted him, but just that happens, you know, that either people are so picky or that there are, you know, so many babies that don't get homes that they deserve. And like, I'm so thankful for the people that said they weren't ready, because I think it's important to recognize when you're not ready and give yourself the time you need to get ready. He's so fluffy. So the next day, Saturday, we went to Petco, I think it's PetSmart, which our organization works with. The cat adoptions are ran through, like in the PetSmart, I guess. It's through a separate organization, just happened. So we went, we met the 3 boys that they were adopting out. I believe it was Fuzz, Tang, and one other similar kind of name, I don't remember. And we ended up adopting Fuzz. We renamed him Meuska after kind of the villain from Castle in the Sky. We did want to choose a Ghibli name because we're both pretty big Ghibli fans. One day I would love to have a cat named Muta, because Muta, that's my boy. I love The Cat Returns. That's probably one of my favorite movies ever. But that didn't feel right for him, and Gigi didn't feel right because it almost felt like too stereotypical for a black cat. And we ended up going with Meuska because, well, it's supposed to be Meuska, I think, M-U-S-K-A. We're spelling it M-E-U-S-K-A, so it's like mew, like a meow sound. Which is, I don't know, it's funny. He has all sorts of nicknames now, like Kitty Cat, Mr. Man, Little Man, Mr. Boy, Mr. Meuska. I like Mr. Meuska. I think that's very cute. Yeah, so the first day we brought him home. He was actually really confident coming out of his crate. It was interesting, the lady that had been his foster mom warned me like, hey, he's really shy, he's probably gonna have a hard time coming out of his crate, you're definitely gonna wanna have that separate space set up for him that he can be comfortable in. But he like really happily got out of his crate, started looking around, exploring, immediately kind of understood where his food was and his litter box was. I think that first day we didn't have any issues with when it came to eating and litter box. He used both. Did not like, we have a water fountain. Oh, he's attacking the box I'm using as a tripod. A little bit. He did not understand the drinking fountain we had for him, so I had to put up a little bowl of water to make sure. And he drank from that. He has figured out the fountain now. But right when we first had him, he was like, what is that scary sound? Okay, and he's like, yeah, you can't, I want to destroy things. He's just gonna sit by me. I love him. I love you. Do you wanna hang out with me? He's got such a strong purr. We thought about naming him Ferrari because his purr was so loud. He's got his motors running, you know? But yeah, so the first day we had him hanging out in the room. It was hard if we left him alone in there. He was meowing the entire time and seemed just like really sad to be alone, which made me super sad. So eventually we decided we would open the door to let him, if he wants to, come out into the main room. Like, he knew where his litter box was and his food was, but we wanted to give him the option to come be where we were because we didn't want him to be lonely, but our bathroom isn't really set up to have like us sitting on the floor with him in it, like we did for a while, to help him get used to it.
So this is going to be the kind of second full day. I guess 1 o'clock will be, or 2 o'clock will be about his second full day here. And so he's now explored all the rooms in the house, excluding one of the bathrooms, just because I have so many like facial products that I don't want him to really be in there without me. Oh, he's getting so good at jumping. He's getting so good. Yeah, so you can see in our office, this space isn't what I would consider kitten ready, so we're not going to be letting him like roam free in here without one of us in here, just because we have so many things in here right now with like magic cards and office supplies, and so while I'm in here he can hang out. I also have this fantastic little bed that he slept so long on there yesterday, but he's got way too much energy right now to sleep. I keep trying to put him up there and he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go like walk around for a while. And right now he also technically has access to his bathroom, which is the pirate flag door, and then also the rest of the apartment. So he does have lots of room to run around right now, but he really does like staying where we are. Do we enjoy? Not yet. Nope. Little indecisive. Oh yeah, maybe time to chill up there.
Yeah, we let him kind of explore the main room as well, which is our kitchen and living room. And thankfully he can't really get into anything dangerous in that space. He can't fit under the couch. He could fit around the corner of it, so that was kind of a nice little hiding spot, but again, he couldn't get under it. Yeah, and we haven't really had any issues, I would say. He's like been really good about using the litter box, eating like a champ. He loves his Fancy Feast kitten food, which the ladies adopting him to me recommended just because it's like kitten junk food and you want to make sure that they put on enough weight when they're growing. He definitely seems like he's gotten bigger. It's been a little more than a week. Yeah, the only thing we're working with right now, and sorry if my camera's shaking because he's just murdering boxes for me, is he loves to attack the bed and loves to try and attack our feet in the bed. And that's been a little bit of a journey to be woken up with at 3 a.m. But I understand he's you know, super kitten energy. He'll run around like crazy doing his own thing and then he'll just crash. We have this super cute windowsill bed for him that he loves sleeping on. Yeah, so I guess that kind of is how I ended up adopting Meuska. You'll probably see more of him because I love him. He is my son. He is my baby. He comes to me, like if he ever meows and I go, "Here baby," he'll like run to where I am like, "Mom!" I love him. I just love him so much. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I'm super happy to answer them. I'll try and post more adorable kitten content on my Twitter and Instagram, so follow me on there to see them. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. You're doing well. Black Lives Matter. Have a good rest of your week. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye!